In order for us to walk in any kind of power, we have to be, remember John, Peter and John, they went to church, okay? They got taught by Jesus, but they still went to the temple where they were praising God. It's important that we attend church on a regular basis. It's important that if your church doesn't have a prayer service, then you need to get a prayer partner, and you need to be having prayer in your life as brothers. This is something that if we're going to get to another level, at this other level, is this thing, and it's important. So it's important to go to your local church. It's important, okay? So I had to ask myself all these questions and come up with an answer before I could get before you and have this conversation with you. Because there was a lot of stuff that I needed to work on. Why? I had broken ankles. Let me talk about broken ankles for a second. This lame man had broken ankles. If his arm was working, his leg or anything like that's visible. The ankles are usually covered up with the junk you can't see. Let's get back to, let me not get too far ahead of myself, that I like this next part where it says his friends carried him to the gate. He had broken ankles, he couldn't walk, they carried him to the gate. I say that all to say this. After you get a prayer life, after you start walking with your brother can only take you so far. He can only take you to the gate. Sometimes when we call our brothers, you say you call your brother, you call this brother, you call that brother, you call them, you pray with them, but what do you do when you get to the gate with him? Do you drop him off and go on in? That's what was happening to this man all the time. So his brothers would call, I picture it like this is me, it didn't say in the Bible, but I picture it, it's like you said, you call me, we talk a little scripture, we get pray with me, but yet we don't go in the gate together. But you say you go to the gate 4 times a week. You don't go in the gate at all. You go 1 time a week. Who are you going in the gate with? Peter and John went in to the gate called Beautiful together. Let's understand something about this too that came to me. My mentor said to me, do you think one arm can do all things? One arm can't do it all. You need 2. Brothers, if we don't go ahead and do this thing right together, we really aren't really going in the gate. We really still outside the gate. If you're going by yourself, you're fooling yourself. You just going to church. You doing what everybody did that walked past the man, threw him a couple change, a couple coins, bam, God bless you. Yeah. And kept on going. Wow. So they praise, if you go on to see the lame man, when he did get well, he was praising like they had never seen before.
That's what they stood up and looked at him. That's right.
But they knew this was the same dude that they passed every Sunday at the gate. Called Beautiful. The question then becomes, who are you leaving at the gate and why are you leaving me there? Something to think about, right? Here's something else that I worried about and I thought about, it bothered me. I'm like, well, why in the brothers and even myself, why can't we stay together? Why can't we stay together? My mentor said to me, hey, Daddy, when you start getting boring, I'm done talking to you. I said, what? Man, that's weird. But then it kept diving in my spirit. I couldn't get rid of that. But it was true. The reason that us and brother to brother, the reason that we don't stay together or can't keep calling each other is because we're bored with each other. We ain't talking about nothing to each other. But truly, if we were where Peter and John were, the relationship would be tight. Because they was talking about something. What was they talking about? What we got to do next for Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They left their jobs. They left that whole big bundle of fish. They left that and went and started working for Jesus Christ. The problem is we're bored with each other, but after we've gotten our catch, we're keeping and trying to maintain something that God has given us. As men of God, we are called from that place to this place. Let's go back to Peter and John, because I need to really get to this part so I can get to the core. Peter and John were whole. They were holy. Until we become holy, we're kidding ourselves. We're kidding ourselves. We're men calling ourselves Christian without no power. Where is that in the Bible? Why don't we have power? Because we're not holy. God is holy. The only way we can be with God or be around God is to become what? Holy. Ooh. And I told you this wasn't easy for me. This wasn't easy at all. It took me a month to come with this. Daily stuff.